So I'm having some problems with my Suzuki GSX 600F Katana from 2006. I synchronized the carburetors, so they idle when I idle the bike, it falls in the same space in the vacuum gauges. I cleaned the carburetors and adjusted the float height to 13 millimeters as the manual says. I adjusted my throttle position sensor. Right now it strips holding it on, but that's because the resistance would not be within the screw holes. So I'm trying to figure out how to mount this on more safely, not with strips, but make some other mount for it or whatever. But strips are definitely not gonna hold it. But the resistance got to be to 3.8 according to owner's manual. I adjusted the fuel mixture screw to about what was it, like 2 1/4 out, and the air screw is located right here. I adjusted that to 2 turns out, and the air fuel mixture screw right down here. That's the one I put 2 1/4 out. But when I fired the bike up, it's kind of like it want to idle. But when I give it too much gas, when I put the full throttle down, it kind of jumps up and down in the RPMs. It doesn't want to go it doesn't want to go the rev line. It's like up here, and it just kind of bounces up and down here. So I'm just gonna fire the bike up so you guys can see how what is going on with it. And I mean, I don't know what to do right now. I tried everything I can think of, so maybe you guys have some advice or whatever. Maybe you tried it and tried the same thing and figure out what to do. So I'm just gonna fire the bike up so you guys can see what's going on. So I fired the bike up, and you can see it idles perfectly at about 1200 plus minus 50 as the owner's manual describes. I'm just gonna put some fuel on it so it doesn't go out. A little bit more. Now I can see the fuel is right about full. You see here, it's full. Okay. So I'm just gonna put the idle a little bit up. So you see it idles perfectly at about 1200 plus minus 50. So when I give it gas, and it stays up in idle. It doesn't go, it goes slowly down to about the idle that I set. See, it drops slowly down. It's coming down. Right. See, it falls slowly down to the idle that I set. I have no idea what is going on. And the throttle position is about as right as it gets. I mean, and now it's running low on fuel, so I'm just gonna put some extra on. I'm gonna fire it up again. Maybe it's too rich, so I think I'm gonna adjust the. I think I'm gonna adjust the air fuel mixture screw. Turn it about maybe like half turn out. Half turn in. Because I feel it like you kind of want to stay alive, but maybe it's getting too much fuel. So I think that causes the problem. I did adjust these idle mixture screws. Or air fuel mixture screws like 20 times, but not with the throttle sensor, position sensor in the right place. So maybe it's gonna work now. I don't know. I'm gonna try it out, and then I'll fire the bike back up again. So now I've fired the bike back up again and let it run for a couple 5 minutes. Just to make sure it's warm, and just gonna put some more fuel on it. And as you guys can see, it idles perfectly, and just gonna turn the idle a little bit up. Idles perfectly, and nothing wrong there. Adjusted the air fuel mixture screw to 1.5 turns out, and when I rev it, let me turn the idle a little down. See, it idles perfectly. And now dimmer. Give it some gas. It kind of like jumps up and down. I don't know if that's because it ran out of fuel. I'm just gonna go get some more and be back again. So now I just put some more fuel in it. Let's see. That's a lot of fuel now. A little bit more. About there. Just back here. I'll set up the idle just a little bit. So I mean, it idles perfectly, and there's no black smoke coming out. Idle is stable at so I guess the carburetor is so synced in. Yeah, perfect idle. So it's not like making any movements, not dramatically. When I give it gas, and I told you guys that I turned these half a turn out. They were 2.25 out, so now they are 1.75. So we're just gonna put a little bit more fuel on, and then I'm gonna rev it up and see if it's gotten any better. It's kind of weird because when I rev it, the first rev is alright, I guess. But then afterwards, it kind of like stumbles to get up. I don't know what that causes. But I'm gonna rev it now. Carburetors. And then it kind of stays up in idle, then falls slowly down. It's kind of weird. Then I'll rev it again. Falls slowly down again. Kind of drops at some point, like right now. Try to rev it again. Stays up there, slowly falls down. So it kind of seems to me it's still getting too much fuel. Maybe I want to turn the screws in about maybe like 1/4 and see what it does. I saw some other guy on YouTube who said he turned it out like 2.25, so now mine are like 1 3/4 out, and I just can't imagine like I have to screw them further in because that just makes no sense compared to his. But I guess every bike is different, so I'm gonna try and turn the screws further in 1.25. So we tried with 1.5 out, then see how it reacts. I think it got a little better, but I'm still working on the rev line. Kind of doesn't make any sense to me because there's no leaks down here. Like I used like I looked down here like at the carburetor, like at the bottom, and there's no leaks. And I had this bike running before I started disassembling the carburetor, and there was no air leaks. So I just can't imagine that. It's because of air leak. Otherwise, I think the idle would be way off and be acting weird. So I think it's an air fuel mixture. And keep in mind that I did, in fact, put the float height to 13 millimeters as it says in the manual, and the jet needle is, at the position it was in before, so I don't think that causes that problem. I think I'm gonna turn them in now, and then we'll try again. So now I'm gonna fire the bike up again. The air fuel mixture screw is 1.25 out. Just so you guys know that I have this screw in. I had the screw in all the time. This is the vacuum that goes on the tank when I run on primary. The other end goes on into the carburetor. which makes a vacuum to suck in fuel, I guess. I'm new to all this, so I'm just trying my very best. But I'm gonna fire the bike up again and see if it still kind of hesitates to get up in the high rev, which I'm guessing is because of high fuel and too little air in the mix. So I'm gonna fire it up for you guys. So now I fired up the bike again. It idles at about 1200 plus minus 50 again. I mean, jumps a little bit, but not that much. So I'm gonna rev it and see how it sounds and see if it kind of jumps up and down when I give it full throttle. Again, when I give it full throttle the first time, it usually goes up in the higher rev. But then afterwards, when I try to give it full throttle, it kind of stumbles at this kind of space right here. But we're gonna see if it changes just a little bit. Then I actually know where to go on the mix screw. If it's that problem, I don't know. So we're gonna try, see if it goes up in the high rev in the first rev. It does, and it kind of goes slowly back down again. Then we do it again. Kind of slowly drops again down to idle. Turn it down. Sounds like a good idle right now. So I'm gonna give it gas. Give it some more fuel. Oh, it's a low idle. It did a backfire right there, so I think it's Alright, so I just had a neighbor complain it was too loud because of the high revs. I'll put some fuel back in the carburetors, and I'm gonna fire the bike up again. I mean, I gotta fix my bike, so whatever the neighbors say, I'll take that afterwards. This is the first priority right now, so I'm gonna fire it up. See, idles perfectly. And now it won't go. It seems like it's getting too lean right now. It did backfire again, but I don't know why it did that. I don't think it's too rich. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna go back to 2 1/4 out, and maybe I'll furthermore, like, maybe I think maybe like 2, not 2.5, but like maybe 2 and maybe 2.75. Because when I started the bike for the first time and I did the carburetor, so I had it at set at 2.5, so, and that didn't work well either. So I think I'm gonna try to do it with the 2 3/4 out on the screw and see how it goes. Because it seems to me like it's not rich enough. It's getting too lean. It's not getting enough fuel to the system, so it kind of like bogs out. So I'm gonna go and take off the carburetor again and screw the mix screw 2 3/4 out and see how it goes. Alright guys, hopefully last adjustment did turn the air fuel mixture screw out, so it's 2 4/4 out, 2 3/4 out, 2.75. So I'm gonna fire the bike up and see how it sounds and how it revs, of course. So now I'll fire the bike up again, take some revs. Still kind of like bogs out. I don't really know what to do, guys. I think it's the mix that's totally off, but I have no clue. I've been back and forth with the mix screw. I don't know what's going on with it. If it's too rich or too lean, or the floats are adjusted to the proper height, and I cleaned the carburetors, inserted new needle jets, new spark plugs. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, maybe this is just as good as it gets, but if I can't fix it, I might have to drive it to some authorized mechanic or whatever to get it tuned in. But if some of you guys out there know how to adjust these, or kind of like have had the same problem, you're more than welcome to like comment below to give me an idea of what's going on here, because right now I have no idea what is going on. It kind of like when I turned the screw more in, it kind of didn't get enough fuel to go up in revs. And now I've turned the screw like more out to give it more fuel, and kind of like when I do some more revs, but it kind of still like falls slowly down and on the revs. So like it did all the other times when it was a bit out too, maybe like 2, and when it was like 2 1/4 out, it kind of did like the same thing. It also did it like when we turned it further in. So I don't know what to do. As I mentioned, if any of you guys know how to adjust the carburetors, or know what's the problem, comment below and let me know, and I'll make another video showing it to you guys and see how it works. Hopefully it will get better at some point. Really nice bike, really had some good times on this one. really fun bike to play around with. So